Greetings, Sky Watchers, and welcome to the sky above us. I'm James Albury, and I'm your tour guide to the night sky. South Africa and Madagascar will be experiencing a special event on February 17th, 2026. What am I talking about? Let me show you. On February 17, 2026, residents of South Africa and Madagascar will experience a partial solar eclipse. However, if you happen to be lucky enough to be visiting Antarctica that day, you'll get to experience an annular solar eclipse. Therefore, your location with respect to this eclipse will determine the type of eclipse you'll be able to experience. Here's how eclipses work. The moon casts two shadows, a darker inner shadow called the umbra, and a lighter outer shadow called the penumbra. Since the moon is much smaller than Earth, it casts a much smaller shadow. Therefore, to experience a solar eclipse, you have to be in the right place at the right time to be under the moon's shadow. Because of the moon's distance from Earth and its position in the sky during mid-February this year, the moon will not be able to completely block the sun. This is known as an annular solar eclipse. This annular solar eclipse will only be viewable from Antarctica. However, for those observers in South Africa and Madagascar between 10:43 Coordinated Universal Time, also known as UTC, and 14:23 UTC, they will experience part of the sun being obscured by the moon. So we call this a partial solar eclipse. The good thing is that the further southeast you live, the more of the sun you'll see obscured by the moon. Observers on Heard Island and the McDonald Islands will experience 88% obscurity. Meanwhile, observers in Lesotho will only experience 10% solar obscurity. And as always, since this is a solar eclipse, do not look directly at the sun. You can use either approved eye protection, a solar filtered telescope with a filter on the front of the telescope, or the pinhole camera method to observe this eclipse. Alright my friends, mark your calendars so you don't miss the partial solar eclipse on February 17th. Now remember that where you live will determine how much of the eclipse, if any of it, you can see. Before you go, visit our website, theskyaboveus.org. From there you can watch previous episodes, listen to the Sky Above Us podcast, get the Sky Above Us merchandise, and you can even ask me an astronomical question that I'll answer in a future episode. Solar eclipses are amazing, so make sure you remember to safely keep looking up.